Hey, guess what's happening on this week's episode of the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle Podcast with your friend and host, Oscar Camejo.
Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Oscar, the host of the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle Podcast. I've been thinking lately, it's really important for me to make sure that I'm always producing quality content. So I've decided to do something different. Well, actually make a change. As you all know, I've been posting 2 episodes a week from the beginning. I jumped out the gate creating 2 episodes a week. The Journey Journal has been published each Monday, and then I would publish the main podcast episode, if you will, the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle Podcast episodes on Wednesdays. And while that was great to produce 2 episodes a week, I'll be honest, it was a lot of work. And there were times where I would produce content stressed out, and that's never a good thing. So I always want to make sure that whenever I'm putting content out there, that is quality content, that is content that you all can appreciate, that you all can find value in. So what I've decided to do, and this episode is just going to be really quick, just to give you an update. I've decided to go ahead and just produce 1 episode a week. I know. Don't cry. It's still going to be great content. But rather than continue to do the Journey Journal, what I found is that I was producing content that no longer really documented my journey. I did that early on, but really I would just continue to just produce general lifestyle recommendations on both episodes each week. So I said, why not just combine both? So rather than do the Journey Journal on Mondays and provide lifestyle changes and recommendations and so forth, and also do the same thing on Wednesdays, just focus on continuing to produce quality content once a week. So the Journey Journal is being phased out. The entire purpose initially for the Journey Journal was really to document my journey and to give you some practical steps on how you can also document your journey. And I believe I did a good job of laying the foundation for that, for the main podcast. So I've shared my story quite a bit on the podcast. And for those of you who all are new to the podcast, definitely go back and check out the past episodes of the Journey Journal if you haven't already. So the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle Podcast is going to be published once a week on Wednesdays. So I'm going to stick to that schedule, but the Journey Journal is phasing out, or I should say being collapsed into the Wednesday episode, which I'll still be talking about my journey, things that I've learned along the way. I'll be talking about weight gain, weight loss, weight management. I'll be talking about health and nutrition, fitness, and maintaining an overall healthy lifestyle. So that aspect has not changed. So there's a lot that I want to share and show you support, because I know a lot of you who follow me either on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you all ask questions about health and nutrition and type 2 diabetes, and you want to know more information and keep that going. So I'm still going to be producing content for the podcast, for my website. And that's another thing. If you have not had a chance to visit the website, it's beatingdiabetesLifestyle.com. Again, that's beatingdiabetesLifestyle.com. I share a lot of free information up there and giving you updates. I have some things in the works that I'm going to be sharing through the website and giving you guys some access to that. So just stay tuned, keep listening to the podcast, and you're going to enjoy that. And also I'm going to start producing more video content as well. So I needed more time to focus on the other aspects of the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle, because it's more than just a podcast. There's an entire movement that I've been working on and building and so forth. So, before I wrap up this episode, I want to leave you with a few tips on resetting when it comes to developing a lifestyle of health and wellness. Number one, don't dwell on your past mistakes. Maybe you've fallen off, but get back up again and continue moving forward. Number two, don't allow the scale to determine your success. It is simply a tool to measure progress for one aspect of your journey toward good health. Number three, focus on developing a lifestyle rather than simply losing weight and meeting a weight loss goal. Now, why do I say that? Because once you've lost that weight and met that weight goal, then what? A lot of people go backwards and actually regain the weight because there was no other goal in mind. And they build a program or they follow a program that's not sustainable and they end up going backwards. So, again, focus on developing a lifestyle rather than simply meeting a weight loss goal. Number four, change your relationship with food. Now, that's big. You see, use food for fuel and not for comfort. You see, a lot of us, we may be in a situation where we use comfort food to make it through the day or make it through a situation, but food is for fuel. It is not for comfort. So again, the goal is to look at food for what it is. It is fuel, not for comfort. Number five, and I'll wrap it up after this. Be honest with yourself about your eating habits, your cravings, and your possible addiction to food. And be willing to do whatever it takes to break bad habits and form healthier habits. You see, good, small habits are the building blocks of success. Folks, now listen, you may have gotten sidetracked somewhere along the way of achieving your health and fitness goals. That's okay. It's all about building a lifestyle and going forward from here. Today is your opportunity to reset, regroup, and reignite your drive to keep moving forward. So today you must start. Okay? Keep that in mind. Stay tuned. I appreciate you all. And as always, feel free to subscribe to this podcast if you haven't already. Share it with somebody. Let them know that, hey, there is a chance and an opportunity to reverse type 2 diabetes for those who are struggling with type 2 diabetes. Let them know that it is possible to live a healthy lifestyle, whether you're diabetic or not, because at the end of the day, my goal is to help diabetics make lifestyle changes to reverse type 2 diabetes, but also to help everyone who has a desire to live a healthy lifestyle, to do those things in a practical way, in a healthy way, and to find practical solutions. Because listen, I do not believe that losing weight and reversing type 2 diabetes should be so complicated. So let's stop making it complicated. Let's find practical ways to live a healthy lifestyle. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, stay focused, keep moving, and never go back. Leap forward, bounce back because you can. And as always, and more importantly, trust God. You got this. I believe in you. Be sure to visit the website at www.beatingdiabetieslifestyle.com for access to free resources and other information that will help you along your journey. If you would like to submit a question or a comment about the show or to learn more about the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle, you can always email me at hello@beatingdiabetieslifestyle.com. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this podcast.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle Podcast with Oscar Camejo. We hope you enjoyed this episode. As a reminder, this podcast is intended for motivational and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional care by a physician or other healthcare professional or qualified fitness instructor. This podcast is provided on the understanding that it does not constitute medical or professional advice or services. If you're looking for help on your journey, seek a qualified medical practitioner. It's important that you utilize someone who is a trained, licensed healthcare professional who can help you on your journey toward good health.